I want to introduce to you a very important person, and that is Cassandra Ho. Cassandra is very important because your first task right now is to complete a tutorial request form, and Cassandra will pick that up at the end of today's lecture. Cassandra is also handing out a course outline. Okay, course outline. So you should have, Cassandra, 2 pieces of material. One is the tutorial selection. Yes. And the second one is the
course outline.
Course outline.
This is the lecture.
Okay. Put your hand up if you have not got 2 documents. Oh, okay. The second one is coming now. Okay. And while that is happening, put your hand up if you have an iPhone. Who has an iPhone? 1, 2, 3. Come on, put your hand up. Put your hand up. You have an iPhone. What have you got?
It's a smartphone.
Okay, you have Samsung, do you?
LG.
LG. Okay, I won't penalise you for that. So most of you have a smartphone, yes? Okay. So there are different things that you can do with your smartphone. Okay. So for example, I've got a smartphone here too, and I like to play with smartphones. You see this here? This is Apple iPhone 4. If I see you using it in class, all right, we do this, okay? All right, I'm serious. Play with the phone, but use it properly. Use it. For example, if you really want to use it in class, don't use it for SMS, okay, or WhatsApp, but maybe record the lecture, okay? Okay, use it productively. Don't use it to distract yourself, okay? Okay? Here's the deal. If you focus on my lecture, I can promise you that you won't have to do as much work outside of the lecture, okay? I can promise you that, okay? I'm not sure if it's working still. It doesn't matter, because I've got plenty of other phones in here that I have taken from students in the lecture. So we've got lots of phones here. Samsung, got the old Motorola I took from City University many years ago, another Samsung. Oh, that's the HTC Diamond. That's mine, because I love the Diamond. Remember the Diamond HTC? Okay, all right. I'm going to talk more about phones this semester in giving you examples about what management accounting means. Let's go and start again. Let me repeat. I'm going to give you lots of examples in management accounting too about the consumer electronics industry. So while I make some noise about you using your smartphone, I love smartphones, okay? Okay, so maybe you can use your smartphone to record the lecture. And maybe just listen to the 10% that you think is useful, okay? But you never know if you don't record first, okay? That was my last phone. That's a Samsung. How many of you have got a Samsung? No one's got a Samsung. What's wrong with Samsung? What's wrong? Samsung's Apple's biggest competitor, right? Okay. Very important. If it wasn't for Samsung, Apple wouldn't be as good. Okay, so you need competition. You need competition. This one here, don't worry. This is a copy of the Apple iPhone. Okay, I bought it in China. Okay, so I think it works. Sometimes it does, it doesn't. I might have to charge the battery. Then again, it may not work. You can pass that around. Okay. I'm going to put on the computer in the slide, and we're going to turn off zone 1 when the slide is activated. Okay, I would like to ask you a few questions. Number 1, how many of you are doing an accounting major? Fantastic. So you have this idea that you have to do management accounting too, or you want to do management accounting too. So put your hand up if you think you have to do management accounting too. Hands up. Put your hand up if you want to do management accounting too. Okay, I love all of you. Okay, that's good. All right. Seriously, my job is to try and make management accounting too fun and interesting to you. Okay? I will do things you probably not have seen in the university lecture before. Okay? But don't worry, because I want to stimulate your interest in management accounting too. I want you to think about the problems that real firms face. Most of you have studied marketing, yes? Hands up if you studied marketing. Okay, great. How many of you have studied human resource management? Okay. Bella? HR? Human resources. Okay. How many of you have studied operations management? Service operations management. Oh, any of you study business? How many of you study financial accounting? Okay, that's good. All right. So there's many different parts of the organisation, and I think the big challenge that students have with management accounting is as follows. Are you ready? Students think that, oh, marketing, HR, little box, financial accounting, little box. Okay? How many of you have studied IS? Information system, little box. Okay? Management accounting, little box. Big box. Okay? Management accounting, a lot of the examples we go through this semester in management accounting are marketing problems, HR problems, IT problems, operations management problems. Management accounting helps to give information for all of these areas. So that's why management accounting 2 is in some ways maybe more challenging than your very specific marketing, HR, operations, IT, because we'll cover all of that area. Okay? I could give a lecture for the whole semester on marketing. I could do everything on HR. Okay? I've done that before. I can do IT. Okay? What you're going to get is a little bit of each, how management accounting can support those areas in the organisation. Cassandra, how are we going with the distribution?
Finished giving them the tutorial preference form and the course outline, and the lecture notes still.
Okay, so now we'll hand out the lecture notes. Is there anything you would like to say to the students about the tutorials?
Can I collect the form now?
Have you made your tutorial? Can Cassandra collect the form?
Any time clash?
Any time clash? Put your hand up. No time clash?
Oh, good.
Okay, so Cassandra collecting the forms now.
All the available choices so that I can allocate. Let me give you, I'll give you a few more minutes. I first distribute the lecture handout.
Put your hand up if you have been to a boring lecture in the last 2 years. Come on, be honest. Put your hand up if you've been to a boring lecture. Hello, up the back. Hello, have you been to a boring lecture in the last 2 years? Okay, I promise not to make my lectures boring, okay. If there is, just let me know afterwards, anonymously. Nemo, thank you for your camera work too. What you have now are your lecture notes for today. All right. Some of the slides I'm going to skip over very, very fast. So, and then there are some that I say pay attention. So make a note, because I want to start examples today that will be tested in the midterm test in how many weeks? Cassandra, about 4 weeks time.
Yes.
4 weeks time, there's going to be a midterm test, 15%. Okay? So example today, you start preparing for the test. Okay? How many of you are not sure to take this unit? You know, the first week or two, you come to all the lectures to find out, should I drop this? Should I continue? Okay, that's fine, all right? So if you're still uncertain after the lecture, you're most welcome to come and have a chat with me about it, okay? So the purpose of today's lecture is to serve your purpose. If you want to add or drop, that's fine. But whatever decision you make it quickly. Don't wait until the cut-off. Just make a decision and start focusing on the course, whatever course you choose. Okay, that's my advice to you. How many of you are looking to do CPA? Can you see my little thing here? Okay. I've got something better than this. Let's turn this gun on, see if it works. Okay, is that better? Can you see that? Okay. All right, how many of you want to be a CPA? Okay, great. So you have natural motivation to do management accounting. If you don't want to be a CPA, understanding management accounting too can open up a lot of doors in business. I was talking to the CEO of PCH International on Monday. Do you know PCH International? No, PCH International. They are an international logistics firm, one of the main logistics operators for Dell, HP, Apple, a lot of the electronics companies in the consumer electronics area. And so the CEO, they're currently advertising for an operations finance director in Hong Kong. Your knowledge of management accounting would be ideally suited for that type of position, not just financial accounting. Okay? Let's have a look at what else you can do as management accounting. If you study the HKI CPA QP module, you will be tested on the following topics: strategy, short-term decisions, structure, performance, operational, assessment, cost measures, project appraisal. Okay, can you see that most of those issues, they are management accounting 2 issues. We'll be covering them. We'll be covering them this semester. They are in the syllabus of the HKI CPA QP module. Most of the questions are no more difficult in the QP module than the questions we will test you with this semester. So there are 2 books you need to buy. Those thinking of dropping the course, this might be a reason. You have to buy 2 books. Okay? All right. See this first book, Horngren, Data, Foster. You may want to buy it second-hand from students that studied Management Accounting 2 last semester. Okay? Or you may want to go to the bookshop and buy it today and get you a 20% discount as a student, right? I think it's something like that. Second book, this will be available in March. The China case book on operational risk. This is a book written by myself. Okay, has over 20 cases, real cases of Chinese companies' problems with operations in China. Let me be clear. Okay, this course is not called operational risk, it's called management accounting, but here's the key. Management accounting serves to provide information to solve problems in the organisation. Operational risk is a very common problem in most organisations. Hence, you will buy this book and you will do each of you will do a group presentation of one case from this book in the next 3 weeks. No, after the midterm break. Okay, so you have time to settle down, get into your groups, and to decide which case you want to present. Okay, so I'm not rushing you into presentations in the first half of this semester. Okay? Put your hand up if you're happy with that. Hello? You're happy with that? Great. Good. What I am rushing you into is the first teaching Tuesday after Chinese New Year, which is in 2 Tuesdays' time, yes? We will start a simulation game. Okay? So individually. So you come into the lab on the Tuesday for 1 hour, your appointed hour, and you play the balance scorecard game for 1 hour. Then you go home, you come back the following week, play it again. And so we'll do that over 4 weeks. Okay, that's a simulation game. You come in and you play against the computer. How many of you think that's a good idea? Only half of you. What, the rest of you want to go to the library and read? I thought you want to play a simulation game. Okay, so what's the assessment look like? Well, we have a computer simulation exercise, 10 marks. Case analysis presentation, 15. Remember, that is near the end of the semester. It's not something I'm rushing you into in the first half of the semester. You have time to do a very good job on this. Attendance, midterm exam, final exam. Any questions on that? You must have questions. Okay, we're going to get 100 questions at the end of this lecture. Computer simulation exercise. I'll talk more about this when the Tuesday you come in and you start playing. You sit at a computer and you'll start playing. How many of you have played computer games before? What a stupid question. Okay, and that includes downloaded a game app. So you all know Angry Birds, right? Okay, so that's a computer game. All right, this is a computer game too. Okay, so let me ask you another stupid question. When you downloaded your app, how many of you read the instructions before you started playing? Put your hand up. Only 2 people. Okay. All right. You don't, most of you don't read the instructions, right? Good. So then I don't have to give you instructions about how to play this game. All right? Seriously, just start playing. That's the fastest way to learn. But I'll be in the tutorial with you and show you step by step things you need to look out for and how to get you started fast. Okay? I want you to have fun with this. You need to have fun with the game. If you had fun with this, you will take home the learning that's involved with this. The main area of learning for this game starts after the midterm break when we go into chapter 13, chapter strategy and balance scorecard measures in the organisation. Wow. Okay, case analysis presentation, that is after midterm break. I will teach you very, very quickly about presentation style, learning aids, coverage, integration, time management, interaction. Okay, So my first, I guess, my first advice is, yeah, don't look at me for a role model of how to present, okay? But I'll teach you how to present better than me, okay? When you present, maybe some of you in your groups may want to have a video. You may want to have me videotape your presentation. Put your hand up if you think that's a good idea. Person. This is one person. Then I'll videotape all of you anyway. All right. Okay. Here's what happens when I videotape. Okay. Maybe the first 30 seconds you're aware of that. Then you forget about it, just get into presentation mode. And what happens afterwards is, oh, can I have a look at the video? I want to see how it went. And you think, no, but you told me you didn't want a video of it, so I didn't take it. The video camera's there, but I didn't push the button. And they go, oh, I wish we tried, you know. So the purpose of the video is not for me to put on YouTube so millions around the world can see, but so you can just see and learn from yourself, feedback from yourself. Okay, because have you done a presentation before and the professor or the lecturer gave you a grade and you think, shucks, I did better than that grade. How many of you felt like that before? Okay, well then you look at the video and prove whether you did good or bad. Okay, you can see for yourself, the video doesn't lie. Okay, so there's a lot of good reasons why you may want to videotape a case presentation. So you have that chance. If you really do not want to do it, then you don't have to, okay? But the camera will be in the room anyway. Your decision whether do you want me to press the button or not, okay? And all the groups I did in the past, they did come to my office, not in the classroom to watch the video, in a private viewing, and so then there was no embarrassment, anything like that. It was all about feedback. Okay, let's keep moving. First 5 weeks, play the computer game. Last 7 weeks, case study presentation. Attend every week, minimum 12 weeks. How do I get an A? Okay. Hands up who are making the decision whether to add or drop this. How many of you care about your GPA? Oh, all of you. Wow. Okay. Okay, I'll do my best to help your GPA. I'll do my best. Okay. All right. Quantitative. If you focus on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, if you do those 9 things, I think your GPA would look very good. Will look very good after management accounting too. Okay? So you have a list of that. You can review that later. If you've got any questions on that, you can come and see me. Okay? All right? And if you don't, this is what happens to you. All right? So this is a picture of a Chinese manufactured vehicle.